and welcome to part 9 of this terribly unexciting Zelda 2 Let's Play, playthrough, walk, play, walk. My name's Carlos, aka Specs, Handsome Fat Man, Axelhander, 8,000 other aliases. Here we are at Palace 5, the Ocean Palace. This palace confounded me as a lad, because its hidden item is behind a false wall. You'll get to the boss pretty quick, but finding the hidden item, unless you know exactly where to go, is a little bit more of a challenge. This confounded me now, too, because of all the palaces, I remembered numbers like 1, 2, and 6, and 7 pretty well, but the rest of them, my memory was not perfect, so it takes me a couple of videos to get through this palace, and I apologize in advance for that, but hey, I did say this was a terribly unexciting playthrough. Here, I use Fairy to get up that sheer wall I can't jump over, and then I need to go back to get the key because I cannot obtain keys or do anything I need a weapon for as a fairy. Figured I already damaged this bubble anti-fairy thing enough so I would kill him. Grab this key and move on. Nope, I mean pogo on this guy, and then grab the key and then move on. So here, moving on to the next screen, I believe there's quite a bit of lava here. It's not too terribly difficult, it's a straightforward bridge, no gaps in between, you just gotta jump over these dragon heads, pogo on the P-bag for some easy experience, and then move on. This palace is very green, and unfortunately is not themed like the area it's in. There's no water, or otherwise water-based, ocean-based hazards on it. It's just a palace sitting in the middle of the ocean. Go through that red iron knuckle, use this key I just got to go through this keyed door, and then head down. So from here, this palace is a bit of a maze when you know the false wall is coming. I forget what these enemies are called, they are really irritating, but they're worth 200 XP a pop, and I make it my point to kill as many as possible. Now, I forget if it's later in this part or in the next part, I realize that I don't need to get any more levels too late, so I end up fast-forwarding through a bunch of killing. I apologize for that right now. But I'm done apologizing. I've been apologizing a lot through this part. Moving on, we need to go through these snaky-type Octorok, not palette swaps, but they behave just like them. And this is one of the dead ends. I did not know if there was a false wall here, so I cast jump and went to work. There was not, unfortunately. But that was not a wasted cast, as that bot dropped a magic vial for me. Now, because I've watched speedruns of Zelda 2, I always notice that people get magic vials and stuff to drop for them precisely when they need it. So I suspect there is some algorithm for what consecutive enemy you kill has a chance to drop them, and I know some enemies just can't drop magic bottles or P-bags, but I can't be bothered to figure that out. I don't want to mentally count while I'm playing Zelda 2. So this room mirrors the one from Palace number 2, except there is a key up there instead of a P-bag. Now what I'm waiting here for is for the third kind of row of blocks to fall, so that I can take out the wall under it and not have to worry about getting new walls, new bricks falling into place. So I'm just waiting here for a brick to fall, but I waited too far left and that brick ended up hitting me. I have no idea why that Moa's fire is stopping only part of the way through the floor. Really weird, and I'm not sure how I broke that block without breaking the one under it, but it doesn't matter. With these blocks in place, I can now begin to dig a path up. Dig up, stupid, as Mo would say from The Simpsons, and head for the key. So I'm playing it real safe here, waiting for that brick to fall, and then bam, I can get the key and I can move on. Very nice down thrust, hitting that Moa, and then I lost my experience I got from killing him by hitting the next Moa. They respawn, apparently. I don't kill the Palace Moas, the orange ones, too frequently, so I wasn't exactly sure if they would respawn or not. I guess I have my answer. Orange Iron Knuckle, very easy at this point of the game. I think this is the last palace where you encounter Orange Iron Knuckles. At the next level of my sword, either the next one or the one after, they will die in one shot. Very nice, this one dropped a red magic bottle, so I decide what the hell, I'm gonna load up on my best magic, and end up not needing it, because all there is one more orange iron knuckle between me and the next elevator here. So from here, I think this was the path where I needed to go the other way to find the false wall, and I didn't. But it's okay, because I will defeat the boss in this video. So these enemies, unfortunately, they don't spawn in any given place and time. Like, they can spawn right on top of you, which makes it easy. You just down thrust them to death. Or they can spawn far away, and since they cast their flame spell and then immediately teleport out, it's really hard to catch them. There's not a very long window which you can hit them. When they're phasing in, they're invulnerable, and when they're phasing out, they're invulnerable. Down thrusting is the easiest and safest way to try to kill them, because otherwise you risk taking a flame to the shin. And here we have my most hated of all enemies, the bony fish. These ones still are not shooting unblockable flames, which is nice. They're just shooting rocks. Do that 3-tile jump there to get above that deadly deadly lava fall there. And I need to be careful with my down thrust, because I don't want to break through the floor there. That fish nearly killed me, but a timely down thrust saved my life. Here, I decide to go pogoing for a bit, because I want to just kill this anti-fairy. They don't take very long to kill, and they're an easy 50 experience, so I figure what the hell, why not? Proceeding right, we find a blue iron knuckle, always a favorite of the fans. Hit him once, and he goes apeshit crazy. Not too much to say that I haven't said before about the blue iron knuckle. You can try to get 2 quick hits on him, but the issue there is that if he starts going fucking ballistic, it becomes much more difficult to react to what he's doing to you. There's a red magic bottle there, and that key is on the side of the palace that you need to get through the false wall to get to, but there is no false wall here for me to run through, so I need to backtrack. You will not see me get that key this particular video, but I will in the next. So, while I'm scratching my head at things to talk about here, let's give some shoutouts. Shoutouts to... who did I shout out to already? Let's give some shoutouts to some speedrunners. I'm not a speedrunner. The games I try to play seriously and get better at are fighters, but I still like to play single-player games for funsies, like this one. But speedrunners are awesome. So shoutouts to SRK Funk Doc. You can find them at twitch.tv, pardon me, /SRK Funk Doc. It is spelled how it sounds. And he does speedruns for various games like Holy Diver and the NES Batman and Maximum Carnage on the SNES, various games like that. Also shoutouts to Meta Sigma, also on twitch.tv /Meta Sigma. He also speedruns games, and his current project is trying to speedrun through and always improve his time on Secret of Evermore, a very woefully underrated real-time SNES RPG by Square Enix that people hated because it wasn't Seiken Densetsu 3, which I personally think is overrated, but I guess fans were very angry they didn't get that and instead got Secret of Evermore, for my money, the superior game. But whatever. Shoutouts to Meta Sigma. He's always entertaining, but be warned, he sometimes likes to play on his stream with the shirt off. And, you know, he's not a fat man like I am, so, you know, it's tolerable. Just be aware, if that kind of thing bothers you, maybe wear a hat or something. And back to the game. This Hammer Brother is not guarding anything of terrible interest, but with that red magic bottle in hand, I might as well go up and kill him. A couple of these fools made my life difficult in Palace number 2, so why not get some revenge? 1, 2. If I go up, I go to the path to get to the boss, and I remembered that, so I was looking for the way to the false wall. Unfortunately, not this elevator, but the one in the screen before, with the pillars that were dropping blood drops and bots. That's where I needed to go, but I did not remember that as I played through this first time. The first time through the palace, not this first playthrough. This is all one consecutive playthrough. And not quite consecutive, because I did game over and save my game and stop, and then played again a session later. Listen, I don't have to explain my fucking definitions to you. Back off. So, this anti-fairy is in the way and must be killed. I don't think I've said, don't ruin this for me in this video yet. I think I've made a habit of doing so. So, don't ruin this for me. I think this is a dead end. I could be wrong, though. Going to head left here. This is a terrible situation to be in with these bricks above me that I really should clear out, and the anti-fairy sapping my magic every time he taps me, and these stupid wizard flame guys. Now, I could block the flames if I equip the reflect spell, or rather if I cast reflect and just let the flame run into my shield. I was about to say it's a lot of effort, but in retrospect, 200 XP per kill might have probably been worth that 32 MP it would have cost to cast reflect. But no worries, we'll get through this room soon enough. I think I start fast forwarding here soon because this starts to get irritating to watch. No? No fast forward? Really? I'm gonna put these poor people through this? Okay, never mind. No fast forward, you're gonna watch me kill this stupid orange thing. Tang flavored wizard shooting flames of tang throughout the ground. The orange and the green clash horribly because, as we all know on the color wheel, orange and green don't mix. This pea bag is worth a paltry 50 XP. Did I fast forward here? Nope. Nope, yes I did, haha. So, I do some ghetto-ass jumping there to kill that anti-fairy, and as I was stomping on him with my down thrust, I ended up falling into the flame. And I really want this experience, as you can tell, so I'm just grinding this shit out, and that's one of the problems of this game. I don't mind experience systems, but the way Zelda handles it, because of the putting the stone in the dildo statue immediately gives you a new bout of experience, you really want to maximize the level you're at, right? So there's that incentive, and maybe that incentive shouldn't be there, and maybe it should be just a little easier to level otherwise, or maybe there shouldn't be leveling at all. I don't know. I don't mind leveling systems when they're done right, and this game does some aspects of it right and some of them wrong. I was gonna skip this guy, but then I said, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you for making me all scared, you blue iron knuckle motherfucker. Slash your fucking knees. Do this. Yeah! I think this is one example where I tried to fight one legit. Nope, I gave up on that. Fuck it. Just gonna break some blocks as I head back there. Run through at supersonic speeds. Up and up and up to where the boss will be. The boss of this place is called Guma. He was not actually... I don't think he was in the original Japanese version. In the Japanese version, I believe the boss of this palace was just boss number 2 again. And the North American version got some changes, including a better boss theme. There's a lot more variance to it. And a few other things, like the boss of Palace 6 actually animates, where he didn't in the original Japanese version. You can look up videos on YouTube that will show you differences between the US and the Japanese Zelda 2. Oddly enough, I had to fight the blue iron knuckle before the red here, but no worries, we are at the boss, and I just go fight him. Now, this boss used to give me so much trouble when I was a kid, because I couldn't puzzle out how to avoid his hits. And it was just this playthrough that I'm like, why don't I crouch slash for speed, and then run away or jump if I need to. And I don't think I get hit through this fight. So, if you're looking for a top-notch Guma strat, here it is. Slash low, jump to avoid, or just run away if you have the time. He swings for a little bit as his wind-up, and then that mace goes forward. You can't block it, and it knocks you back quite a bit. Regardless, Guma did not present much of a challenge. It gives me a level. I decide not to backtrack and grab some more delicious experience before setting the stone in the dildo statue. Now, that said, unfortunately, this palace will not turn to stone yet, because I need to come back in and grab the dungeon item, a flute. And we are approaching the end of this part. Tune in next time when I delve back into this palace, fast forward a whole bunch, and get the flute through the false wall. Thank you for watching. See you next time.